All right. Well, good morning, Patriots. This is a Monday morning. It's a fabulous morning, and it always starts with what you believe. My question for you this morning is, do you know what's in your air? You know, if I would have said that to you maybe 5 years ago, well, first of all, I wouldn't have said that to you 5 years ago. But that has become more and more a concern and something to be aware of. Most people, they don't. You know, I talk to people, patriots in particular, of course, that they kind of, if you live, let me put it to you this way, if you live in the United States of America, which I believe the United States of America is the greatest country in the world, okay? However, do you know that, first of all, in America, we are the most overfed and undernourished country in the world. And I believe due to becoming extremely comfortable, hey there, Shirley. And when I mean comfortable, see, I used to think being comfortable was a good thing. But in the last 10 or 15 years, I realized comfortable is the worst place you could ever be. A squirrel that goes out into the middle of the road, they probably get comfortable out there. But many of them get run over because they got comfortable. Well, a lot of people are getting run over in life because they're just kind of just floating along and you know, they're really not making any movement, but they feel like, hey, compared to Joe, compared to Sally, compared to Sue, I'm doing pretty good. Well, first of all, now this is probably going to be second of all. I already said first of all. Second of all, if you're comfortable, you put yourself there in most cases. Do you really want to stay there? Because being comfortable in this world system that we're in is not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. So let me go back to my original question. Do you know what is in your air? I have a video for you, 100% free of charge, 100% free of charge. It's about a 7-minute video, and it's by an expert. And I'll be more than happy to send it to you. You got to request it, of course. But it's by Dr. Ginger Decker, and it talks about air quality. If you are living in a box or a closet, then you probably don't realize what's been going on with a lot of the things that are out there today that are causing pollution. And a lot of you may not realize that you're letting it, you just live in it. You don't have to. You are choosing to. And I know that's rough words for some of you, and you're gonna say, well, that's not fair for you to say that. Well, you don't have to accept what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I went through much of my life not realizing, number one, what I was drinking in my water, what was in my nutrition, and what was going on with I'll take a look at what you're putting there in a second there, Bill. I'm sure it's really important. And I mean this. I'm not being sarcastic to you, brother. But for right now, I'm going to talk about this on my Passionate Patriot Zoom tonight, which I do every Monday night. I'm going to get into some more. It looks like some of that stuff you're talking about there I've got on my list. But when we're talking about our water, when we're talking about our air, when we're talking about our nutrition, those things, they appear to not be big points. But think about this. There's small things that add up to something big. I'll say that again. In and by themselves, they're small things, but they add up to big things. And that's what's going on in our system today. They are using these little, they're dripping on you, if you will. And it starts to affect you. And then the more you allow it, it continues to affect you until more and more and more. I would be more than willing to send you, there's no investment for it whatsoever other than the 7 minutes to watch it, a video by Dr. Ginger Decker about air quality. I recommend that you take a look at it. Again, I'm not putting it out on social media. It's totally up to you if you want it. I highly recommend it, though. You may be awakened. You may be made aware of something that maybe you never were made aware of before. When you do watch it, get back to me, and I'd like to know your thoughts on it. let me look. Okay, Shirley Ogren, Cheryl Lorenko, and then we have Bill Forsman. Bill says China heavy military deployment has been reported close to the Strait of Taiwan. Yep, Bill is absolutely right. Yeah, and by the way, they definitely want to invade Taiwan for 2 reasons, and I'll go into that later. But he's absolutely right there. Let's see, Andre Lee Davidson, flees to Venezuela, arrived in Caracas around. Yeah, okay, very good. Okay, stay shy. We'll send it to you. I think that's the only person that's actually said so far. I'm not just going to send it out. If you don't want it, believe me, I don't force anything on anybody. But anyways, tonight, again, on Monday night, we do the Passionate Patriot Zoom. It is at, I always get these times mixed up, 7 o'clock in, if you live in the East Coast, it's 6 o'clock Central. It's usually about 45 minutes. The last few Mondays, I haven't shared information that people like to hear, but it's information that you need to hear, okay? So that you're not going to come to the call expecting me to tell you that Trump's going to be back in office tomorrow. I already just told you he's not going to be back in office tomorrow unless something radically changes. As of right now, that's not going to happen. So, okay, let's see. Andrea Lee Davidson. Good morning, Tim, Steve. All right, guys, I will be working on some business stuff today. We've got a lot of exciting things happening with the Patriot Business Network. A few of you already know what we're talking about. A few of you are like going, what's he talking about? And you get to decide which category you want to be in. You know, there's 3 types of people. There's people who make things happen. There's people who let things happen. And then unfortunately, there's that person after they let it happen, let it happen, let it happen, let it happen. They go, what the hell happened? Don't wind up in that category. We'll talk to you guys later. God bless you. God bless America. Never forget that.